network. I put low tech in the comments there. We'll see how it goes in the heading for this one. Wanted to pop on here after yesterday's State of the Union. Holy cow. Thank you everyone who attended, and a special shout out. You know, we had over 1,000 views on that thing already and 500 comments, countless emails. So I have a couple notes here because I want to keep this concise. And so much I want to thank people who were there and stayed for the whole time, did the work, dug in, took part in the comments, and made some commitments and some clarity throughout the way. And I want to thank the alumni who, tell you, I've done this program since 2011, and it's just shocking to me to have people who were, you know, alumni in this world, in my sphere, 9 years now, and showing up in every training I do. And you know, I always upgrade people every year to the newest version of the course. It's just something I do. But yeah, people show up, keep pushing, keep playing, and just the kindest things that they said. I went through and answered basically every comment last night, which is why I know there's about 500 between YouTube and Facebook, and then emails and messengers. Anyway, a couple takeaways I had from this that I really wanted to share with you guys. I talked about this concept of, you know, are you all in for this COVID time? How are you going to show up? How are you going to sharpen your sword so that your business is better on the other side of it? Versus if you're not, and is it just a time to mothball? And I hope I was really clear on that. I watched the replay on that. I hope I was really clear that I didn't have judgment about either way. You know, if the mothball thing works great for you, if you just don't want to play or you're not interested in working on your business, you're just going to have the head in the sand, it's great. It's perfect. My whole thing in the state of the art was to help people get to the point where they said, yeah, this is something I want to go left or I want to go right. Because with that kind of clarity and ownership, anything's possible. It's that fluffy area in the middle where there's really just anger, regret, shame on ourselves for in the morning, wow, we should have done more, or we'll do more today. And you know, this whole kind of negative self-talk, which is just nuts. So hopefully you got some clarity out of that. Some questions came up. One of the things people asked was, is this Covid-19 cohort, what I made the offer for, is it online? In fact, let me stick, did I stick that? Oh, I don't know if I stuck that in the comments here. I'm not sure if I did. I'll put it in the comments right underneath here. Hey, Anita, good to see you. I don't think there's a way to add the comments on the phone, and I'm going a little low tech today. Oh, wait, maybe that is that a comment? I'm a piece of work. Let me see if I can paste that in there. Yeah, paste. Yeah, there we go. There's the link to the COVID cohort. But some people asked yesterday, is the COVID cohort all about taking your business right now and doing stuff that's online? And not even close. You know, that's one of the mediums we have right now that's really effective for showing up, for being in our audience's sphere, you know, with a lot of time people are watching things. How do we show up? That's one of the ways, you know. There's also a lot of business techniques and tactics I will use and guide you and coach you through, which are just about showing up through a short message, through a written snail mail, little templates. I talked about those yesterday, just templates that you can go ahead and use to drop emails. You know what we have when in a world where we're wearing masks and staying 6 to 10 feet minimum away from somebody else is we have electronic communications, and this is the time to leverage them. But it's certainly not only about taking your show online. It's about many, many ways which will sharpen the sword. Yep, that's it. The timing, some people had questions about the timing of the cohorts. So far, everyone who's joined so far is in the USA, so I will take that into consideration. Somebody asked, are we going to have the live Q&As to make exceptions for people who work during the day? And what I've come up with is Sunday at 4. So that's when we'll be able to do that. 4 o'clock on Sundays, we will do the weekly live Q&As. And then as far as the content, it's on that page that I put there in the comments. You can see the full offer written out. But a couple of things I straightened out. It's funny, you know, in our shows, when we're selling our services, always wonderful to be really clear and concise on the offer. You know, one of the big things, and I certainly coach some of the biggest business people that are doing online launches, and I've got to have the offer real clear. Well, yesterday, didn't have it clear, didn't even know what I wanted to do, and it was on the walk down to my studio that I said, I'm gonna offer something, because people want to take some action here, and I know when I hit the stop stream button on this State of the Union, a lot of people are just going to go back to Netflix and whatnot, and some people are going to say, hey, I want to do it, so how could I make it so it was just completely affordable? I did it so it was free, actually, making it so that the tuition for the COVID cohort actually is just completely erasable and taken off the price of Showbiz Blueprint if you want to join that when we do launch Showbiz Blueprint, and you should apply for that. But the offer's on the page. But what I'm doing basically is one live appearance in the group a week where I will just come on and talk about what's happening right now. What should we be doing right now? What's an action you can take? What's something from all the cohorts and circles that I'm in? What's the best practice right now that you should be doing? And that's something you should put into use. The one live Q&A we'll do a week on Sunday. It's going to be a portal full of value, which I will just continue to add to as long as I see what's happening. I'm going to have my fingers kind of on the pulse of this thing and just kind of saying, hey, here's what's happening right now. Here's what these people are doing. Here's what they need. In 10 years, 11 years, well, 2009, I started getting more corporate gigs. So 11 years of creating content for entertainers. I have a deep, deep well to draw from, and I will keep it topical. That, in fact, is the main purpose of the COVID cohort, is to keep it topical. Yep, and this will go for 3 months maximum. And if in 3 months I'm launching Showbiz Blueprint, that'll be, if I launch Showbiz Blueprint before that, that's when we'll taper this down, and you'll be invited into that. The pricing, I think, was a little sketchy when I watched, how did I do it? And like I told you, I didn't spend a lot of time doing that. I spent all my time preparing the State of the Union address, because that's where I think the real value was for you guys. $497 until Friday at midnight Pacific time. That's the price for the cohort, $497. And that total is applied to Showbiz Blueprint 2020 if you join. After Friday at midnight, so the whole weekend, right? Saturday, early morning, through Sunday at midnight when it closes, so for 48 hours, it'll be $997. And that's to encourage people to get off the fence. Jump in, do this for yourself. None of that $997 is applicable towards Showbiz Blueprint. All right, that's an investment at that point. If you wait till the weekend to join, you're just saying, I want to do this as an investment aside from anything else I do with you in the future. What else do I have on here? Okay, the quick start. That was the other piece we were going to do. Mike Rose from Showbiz Blueprint 1.0. Good to see you, man. Yeah, shout out. I was thanking someone at the top of this mic, and you're among those people, just alumni who have been in this world since the beginning. It really means a lot to me. And yesterday on the State of the Union, so many early folks showed up. It was great. So the quick start bonus, that happens if you join the COVID cohort using that link below this video in the comments. By Friday, I wrote this down, Friday at 4 p.m. California time, Pacific time. So that's 7 p.m. on the East Coast. So everyone who joins the cohort by Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, will have a special invitation to the Quick Start cohort. And in that time, what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 big steps. We're going to establish what your big rock is. What, if we move it, will have the biggest impact on you, the biggest impact, which is huge. We're going to do a simple round where we tell ourselves what might get in the way. And this is an incredibly powerful coaching strategy I do with every group. Tell on yourself, what might get in the way. And then we're going to have the baby steps that get us up to walk around that, avoid it, recognize when it's in front of us and about to step in, and what's something we can do. So we'll do that on the Quick Start call, and probably something else. A little surprise. But that's for everyone who joins before Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. East Coast. And then, after midnight on Friday, price goes up to $997, and I think I got everything on this sheet. Thanks for showing up on the cohort. If this is the time to do something for you, thanks for showing up on the State of the Union yesterday. That was fantastic. And if this is the time for you, you're not an alumni who are watching this will be able to tell you that I just bring everything to that group. So, but if you're not an alumni and you want to start doing something in this world and take some positive action on your career during this time when a lot of things are shut down, when attention is available, when little tiny steps go a very long way, and when making an impact and doing something that will always let people remember how you made them feel. If that's the way you want to play this time for the next 3 months, jump in. Honestly, this is the best way probably to enter a world of people who are moving in one direction. All right, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.